tail. Old Pheasant did it before. Tied this before. Oh, long time ago. But I'm doing this one a little funner. Classic fly, pretty much. Very. And I did this a certain way so I can snug the tail kind of small. And I'm gonna use these cutters. And you can see I hurt myself. Somebody put a weird evil on me. Try to put some evil on me again. Maybe it's just my mind thinking that, but I'm gonna do this one in black thread. The other one will be in tan. There's the hyperspeed will be in tan. So you see the hyperlapse. You'll see it in tan. Yeah, hurt pretty bad. Owie. But that'll be my new thing. Fishing thing. Keep it for my fishing thing. And I have this other thing too. It's pretty cool. Hold on. Ow. And then we're gonna put you can use copper or you can use gold. Some people tie their wire short, some people tie them in longer. I just tied it's however you feel comfortable with. This is a very small pattern. Nymph pattern. Really super small. It's not really, and there's not much to it. It just feels like it when you first tie it. It just feels like there's a lot to it. At least when I first tried this, I just feel like, man, there's a lot to it, and you can tie it in different ways, and it still looks really good. So I'm gonna tie this one without wrapping the quill. I don't want to wrap the quill. That's one way to do it. I'm gonna do just. Let me make it easy. I'm gonna make it easy on myself. I'm making it easy on myself. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Because you're gonna wrap the quill, and that's the true hair, the pheasant quill. But there's many variations people have been doing, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it the easy way. For me, it's easier, and it's still fishy. It's still fishy and catchy. It catches fish, and I've been trying to decide which hair to which dubbing, and this is the other kind of dubbing to use for it. But I'm gonna tie another one, but it's gonna be tan. I'm following someone else's advice. Remember I said I'm allowed to listen to you. I'm gonna tie it in a different way. Tan. See how this goes. Yeah, it's very easy pattern, but it's like not at the same time to me. And I only need a little bit of this dubbing, very little dubbing to make this fly because it's so small. It's only like a 10. It's only like a 10. Let me think here. I still have the 16s around, but it's only like a 10. Twirl it around. Yeah, sorry, y'all. Look at my hands. I'm damaged. We all are, right? We're all damaged a little bit. Let's see how this is gonna go. I haven't tied one in a while. This is different. It's gonna be different. Nothing different that nobody's not seen, but I'm gonna tie it and see if it wants to act right for me. Not quite. up the thread. Yeah, it's just like sometimes you just kind of gotta let it do whatever the heck it's gonna do. When you do your dub this way, see, when I pull it down, and then I'm going to, yeah, right there. It is perfect. It's perfect, right there. Let's see here. Pull a little bit. Pull back. I want it to be back a little bit more. That's why I have the copper. So I don't want to tie that down too much. So it's kind of intricately being done here. A little bit weirdness. I can tie these ones pretty quick, but I have to be like really careful with it a little bit. Space. And the space-time continuum of the alien world. Aliens. So now I can like do that, and I can make a back if I want, and I could just make that could be the lure. That could be that fly. Like it's gonna catch. It just needs to look like it. It's kind of dirty when you make them that way, but sometimes I've made stuff like that. It's like dirty. I call it like it's dirty. It's dirty work, but it's catch a fish. Like I was like, oh man, that's dirty work. I just need something. It just needs to look like the thing. It just needs to look like it. It just as close as I can get real quick. And I don't want to talk. Now, as you get shortcuts, you find your shortcuts. You find your fishing shortcuts for yourself. So fishing shortcuts for yourself to make something look how you want it to, or how you want it to be, to catch something. And sometimes you don't catch it. Some patterns I don't catch anything with them, and people were like, "I catch a ton of them," but that's a different state. It'd be like a whole different state. So I'm gonna take the wire. And I wrap that. I'm gonna wrap the wire the opposite. So just to keep it, I need the wire to keep it down. You don't get to see me do too much times. You'll see me do too much wire copper running on my any kind of flies I be making, but you'll see a little bit. You can see that little red kicking out of there. You won't see me doing it too much, but I'm gonna do it on this one because I was like, I need to keep it down. Yeah, I tie whatever. I got a little piece of steel copper wire. You can tie them in copper. You can tie it with gold. However you want to. What you're feeling. So we're gonna do that. And this is gonna be the toughest. This is like where the toughest part of these kind of patterns to me are. What I'm about to do right now. Like this part is the tough part of a pattern like this, even though it's small. So anybody tying them might say, yeah, you're kind of right. So like that's a lot. That's a lot of pheasant. A ton of pheasant in there. And, but I'm only gonna wrap, and I'm doing it a different kind of. I'm kind of, yeah. And we're gonna see how it comes out at. And I don't mind if some of it I lose it. I'm like I'm gonna. And so there is, and that's gonna be the back. I have to be kind of, and then I'm gonna put the under body. It's gonna be underneath it, but that's what goes into some of these nip ties. People People are like, that's crazy. Like it's like yeah, there's a little like an intricately thing to it, and I'm just being patient right now, really patient, super patient right now with it because I'm just like take it easy. Hopefully Cam keeps running well as I'm doing this, and I'm gonna be super patient with it and wrap. I probably put too much dubbing a little bit right there, but I wanted it kind of like poofy for when I tie it down because I don't want this part of it. I'm not putting a wire there, so it's kind of. I wanted it kind of poofy anyway. Whoop! I wanted it poofy there, and I got to keep that little section kind of free because I'm gonna have to do. Gonna have to do some work right there. I might even, yeah. I'm gonna actually like cut some of this away and then put it back in my. I haven't done one of these in a long time, so like I'm just kind of like, have fun with it, just do it. You see, and that came loose. Like it's just like whatever, have fun with it. We'll see how this is gonna turn out. We're gonna see how it turns out. And I had to cut a little bit of it away. Have fun, you know. And someone said she said tie that one. This one, okay. I'll tie it. See, that's the part I don't want it to do that. I have to unwind it and push it back. I don't like. I want to have that space. So I want space right here because I'm gonna be buckling that down and tying that down. So they aren't gonna be this one is not gonna be as uniform as it should, but it'll work. It'll be fun. So see now that's that. We're good. It's kind of it's not quite like I want it to be. It's not quite like I want it to be. I want to have to do a couple wraps and press that. I want to press that dubbing back, and then see, and then it's gonna come. And then I'm gonna toe this over, shell back. I want to press that over. So, and I'll be doing some trimming a little bit, but I'm gonna press this over. If that makes sense to anybody, who knows? And I'll be doing some trimming too. So, if you do it a certain way, you don't have to do any trimming, but right there. So here on the side. So you can do this verse either way. This is what's weird about this part about it. It's just how you feel you want to do it. So if I want it down, feather up. See, so the feather up. Beautiful. And this is where it gets, see, and then when I tighten it down, it flipped the leg up out to the side. So then I do the same thing to the other side. See if I can flip it and show it and see if I can see. And I could do it this way or the other way. But when I tie it down, it's gonna react, like when that thread tightens up on it. So it's kind of a funky. You can do this different ways, So it's kind of fun. Too long. Need to pull a little bit of that in. See, when I tighten it down, it's sitting there. So there's different ways to do it. Everybody's hands move differently when they tie something. So it's that's what's great about time. There's an artistry to it, and and I'm using my other scissors, not the other ones. I'm trying to see if I can not mess this up. I might have to grab them I put them somewhere else because I was using them for something else. I use my scissors for other things sometimes. Let's see. Turn it over and look. Yeah. See, I messed up a little bit there. See, y'all? You get to see mistakes too. Here, we're gonna grab another one. I'm gonna cut that one off, and we're gonna grab this other one. Hold on a second. Trying to do it in under 15 minutes, under 30 minutes. Under 30 minutes. I'm trying to do this one under 30 minutes, but it's gonna be a little bit weird. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do, but because I'll have to get up and leave, and I don't want to do that to the viewers. So you got the leg on the one side, you can see them sticking out, and I'll do a leg on the other side so they can. This is how I did it down. I like to see. I want to be able to see. So that's the part I want to be able to see. And I could just lay them flat too, so you can lay them flat too. See, and I lay it flat. It's different. It's just you get a different effect to it. And pull it in, and I'm gonna see what happens when I tighten it in. So everybody does these ones different. And then I'm gonna wrap it. Now I'm gonna tie these ones in, and then it can look all kind of crazy. Other side, not so good. I kind of wrapped into it. Pull it down. And then see, so you gotta kind of pay attention. Depends on how you do it, but it'll fish though. And legs. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to grab them. I'm going to have to grab them because they will cut that more efficiently because they're curved. I was hoping I didn't have to get up and do that, but I did. And yeah, I'm tying it again, but I'm tying it still different. Maybe I'll tie it better this time, right? Maybe I'll tie it better this time. Back over, but it's definitely there's a little bit of a challenge to a time, People were like, no, they're not. Those are easy. I was like, no, there's something. Sometimes you just whatever. I was like, whatever, tie it. Have fun. It's just a pheasant. Very simple. Honestly, I don't think it even matters, but it just needs to. It just needs to look. And then let's see. Yeah, and there's some on the other side. Okay, we're good. It just needs to look or how I want it to look. Fish. And to be honest, bugs got variations on themselves too. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, see, and I did a little bit of pieces sticking out. We're gonna clip it, and then we're gonna trim all this other stuff down. And now we're gonna now we gotta wrap this down for the brassy. It's a little bit more challenging. I'm doing this is so messy. It's messy. But you can see on the top the back. But it's very fishy, and it still will fish, and it's gonna catch fish. It's crazy. I just don't tie them, really. But I tie some of this stuff. See, and I tie like some of the classics and stuff just for fun. Yep, brassy good. Brassy's locked down. Shiny, but it's little. You know, it's a little thing. It just looked like a tuft of hair. You know, a tuft of brown thing floating down the river. But fish bite these things. A couple half hitches. Did it in 20 minutes, but I could do it faster. But it's better to not rush yourself. Just take it easy. It's better to not rush yourself. So you can see it from the side. You see the little leg coming out. It's a little wonky. It's a little wonky. I had to trim it. But yeah. These little things like this one, they just it's a nymph. It resembles all kind of nymphs. Pick it out of here and see if I can. And this one I copper wired it, so it's gonna be kind of funny. I have to trim it though. Trim this stuff away. Look, I'm gotta trim it away a little bit. But everybody does it different. Some people they don't tie them so long they don't have to do what I'm doing. I don't tie these ones often anymore. Not at all. And see, I accidentally trimmed it a little bit, but it's still fishable. It's a little brassy. It's brassy. And I'll have to glue it and everything and do all that fun stuff. But it's and some people, they're like, I'm the greatest tire. I'm like, I don't care. It'll fish and it will catch. Sometimes a fish like it a little bit mushy. See, like, you see how that piece is longer? If I take a little, it's still going to accomplish the same thing. It's still going to accomplish the same thing. Because I put a little bit more on this side anyway. It's still going to accomplish the same dang thing. Sometimes it doesn't have to be flowy. It just has to catch. So there you go. It just has to catch. It just has to, like, the fish just have to be able to see it in its thing. So a little brassy. Like, it's not even nothing. That's not even nothing fancy. It's just, I just had to do a lot. There's just a lot to it, but it's so small. It's so small. Like, I don't care how I did that one. Where am I glue? And I'm gonna glue it, and that's it. I'm done. We're done with it. I'm gonna do some more little brassies and stuff, some other ones, but they're a little bit more, because they're their size compared to something like that. Like, if you look, that's a beauty. Check the channel, you'll see this. That's a beauty. It's a little bit different when you do like little brassies and stuff, and like glue them down. And now, like, the 6/0 thread is pretty much the thing for most of this stuff, but sometimes, like, a 3/0, the smaller, softer thread is like, it's better for tying this little stuff. Once it gets beyond this size, you get small, you get to the 16, you get to 18 to me, and like, I didn't know it until someone was like, you need to tie with that for those. And I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, it'll help you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I was years ago. I was a younger individual. Someone told me that. Yeah, so there's a little mini brassy like nymph. Not like what most you see. It's basically a pheasant nymph. This is just a pheasant nymph, basically. I'm gonna cut some of it back. The hair, this is not. This is the artificial hair, so it's a little different. But that's it. Just a little mini trout brassy. Cool, y'all. Hope you liked it. Take a look at it. See the legs. See the things on the side. See the little feet on the side.